Hi, and welcome to yet another exciting edition of the Property Show. In a robust industry that has experienced growth year on year, the sector is now in a very unfamiliar territory with an oversupply in the commercial office space and the retail sectors, as well as a record overall subdued performance. Our top story brings a candid conversation on what's happening on ground.
What we've seen historically is two sources of the office market, two sources of tenants. The first is the foreign and direct investment. So that's foreign companies coming in to Nairobi because Nairobi is a regional hub.
Later on, we catch another interesting conversation on how our worst experiences of searching for the right fundi will be a thing of the past, with a mobile platform redefining this space.
Anything that you can think of that needs a handyman or a technician is something that as fundis we can handle.
On the accessory spot, an interior designer translates a dream into a reality.
Started as a passion because I used to make my house and people would come buy my curtains off the window, buy seats. My friends also started asking me to do their homes, so I started doing their homes. And eventually it became a business and I turned it into a career.
Later on, we'll share some interesting tips on how to start your home ownership journey. We've lined up a packed show and would love to hear your feedback. So let's interact on our social media handles. Let's get started. As always, there is something for everyone. Our property pick of the week brings a collection of ideal family homes as well as investment options available in the outskirts of the city. Our first investment option offers a convenient lifestyle with a host of diverse amenities at your doorstep. This unique development comes with spacious large windows, top-notch fixtures, and a fully fitted kitchen, including an oven, hob, and an extractor, with lots of storage spaces. Let's get more details why Katani Villas is a winner.
Katani Villas is an ideal gated community consisting of 82 units of 4 and 6 bedroom units that cuts across all spheres of prospective homeowners with stylish architectural design for living. Accommodation features include spacious living area with large windows letting in natural light and wood flooring, adding that it factor as well as warmth. Separate spacious dining area with an open plan concept allowing for ease of access to the rest of the house. Fully fitted kitchen with an oven, hob and extractor, as well as cabinets for storage. Spacious master ensuite bedroom with a walk-in closet, as well as grand bathroom with a shower cubicle. A balcony, a guest room on the lower level, a common cloakroom for guests, utility area with adobe sink and washing machine provisions. Other features in the development include perimeter wall with electric fence and 24-hour manned gate for security, borehole and Athi-View municipal water supply with an additional 2,000-litre attic domestic water storage, solar water heating systems, 2 parking slots per house and additional parking spaces for guests, Cabra paved driveways, generator power backup for communal areas, social hall that will include a swimming pool, gymnasium and community shop.
Moving on, our next investment option takes us to another project with a host of diverse amenities. This luxurious 4-bedroom maisonette comes with an open-plan concept, creating easy transition in the entire house, as well as beautiful gardens in the backyard. Let's see more.
Fairfield Gardens consists of 70 high-quality townhouses. The estate is set on 5 acres, and each of the 4-bedroom unit has a built-up area of 190 square meters, all with a DSQ. The project is located in Syokimau, 13 kilometers from Nairobi CBD. Accommodation features include an entrance hallway providing privacy to living spaces and a transition into the house. Spacious living and dining areas with an open-plan concept allowing for ease of access to the rest of the house. The large windows and glass doors leading to the garden allows lots of natural light in the living area. A fully assembled kitchen with an island counter and kitchen hood. There is lots of storage space in the top and bottom drawers, as well as a kitchen store for additional storage. Utility area with adobe sink and washing machine provision. An ensuite guest room at the lower level for privacy of the guests. A solid mahogany balustrade staircase leading to the upper level of the house. A spacious master ensuite bedroom with a walk-in closet, as well as a grand bathroom with a shower cubicle, bathtub, his and her sinks, plus more storage spaces. Spacious 3rd and 4th bedrooms sharing a bathroom with fitted wardrobes. Other features in the development include perimeter wall with electric fencing and 24-hour manned gate for security, a borehole and municipal water supply with an additional 2,000-litre attic domestic water storage, solar water heating systems with an electric controller, 2 parking slots per house, street lighting and generator for communal areas, a clubhouse that will include a swimming pool, gymnasium, daycare and playground, community shop, and a management office. Completion and handover of the project is anticipated to be in the 4th quarter of 2019.
If you're looking for a site and service land scheme that comes with water, electricity, all-weather road infrastructure, plus contemporary architectural designs, and a team of professionals to jumpstart your home ownership dream, Savannah Park is a good bet to consider. Let's check it out.
Savannah Park Rongai is located in the outskirts of Ongata Rongai town, which is one of the satellite towns 10 kilometers northwest of Nairobi city. The property is near the road linking Ongata Rongai, Nazarene University, and the new SGR station. The road from the SGR to Savannah Park is graded to Maram standard and is just a 5-minute drive to the entrance gate. Savannah Park Rongai has 200 plots located 1 kilometer from the new Rongai Kiserian SGR railway station and 3 kilometers from Nazarene University. The plots are suitable for residential homes due to the close proximity to the famous Brimpa Conservancy. They also offer a beautiful view of Gong Hills. The plots are fully serviced with piped water, a borehole, and electricity on site. Each individual plot is fenced after payment is complete. Savannah Park Rongai also has 4G coverage. The developer of Savannah Park had planted eucalyptus trees, which have now matured. The site and service land scheme also has a plan of 3 and 4 bedroom maisonnettes with a team of professionals to help jumpstart your home ownership journey. This comes at a separate fee.
let's shift gears and head off to Mombasa Road to explore a retail facility, bringing shopping and fun experiences, as well as conducive atmosphere for business conferences, Southfield Mall.
Southfield Mall is a retail development. It's situated on Airport North Road, next to Pipe Manufacturers. We have several tenants within this mall. We are currently let at about 80%. The shoppers, we have an anchor tenant, which is Choppies. We have retail tenants, people like Miniso, Bata, and several other tenants. Apart from this, we have a medical center, we have a gym, we have a food court, we have banks, and we are on 3 levels of retail. We have a conferencing facility on the 3rd floor. It's situated on 25,000 square feet. It caters for 2 elements. One is an exhibition hall. The second thing are boardrooms. We have 2 boardrooms to let out for training, conferences, and things like that. So basically, that's all in one Southfield. We have parking facilities as well. We have 2 basement levels, and the upper parking and the lower ground parking. So it's a development that you can come to and shop and enjoy the day with your family and friends. We also have a kids play area that we are soon going to expand, but for now it's on 2nd floor, which is connected to a food court. So basically that's what we have currently at Southfield. The mall is quite new. We started off a year back. We are currently 1.5 years down the line. When we started, we were at 8,000 cars. We are currently at 27,000 cars. So we have seen a growth in the last 1.5 years. Our foot traffic, as you know, we are situated in Embakasi area with a lot of residentials within our segment. So we do have about 3,000 people that come in during the day in terms of foot traffic, and 27,000 cars every month. As I said, we are at 80% let. Most of our tenants are still to come in, and the main tenants that we're looking to bring in at the moment are the banks, the fashion tenants. We do want to create a certain tenant mix within the mall, as every mall wants to do. For us, we believe in a one-stop shop. So we prefer to have a certain segment of tenants that people would come in and spend a whole day. So basically, the idea is to create the final product, which will be a mixed-use retail development as a mall. Our service charge is currently at 35 shillings per square foot. We do have a promotion fund that is at 5 shillings. And our rentals range between the range of, you can say, 250 shillings to 350 shillings per square foot. We do like to welcome everyone to come within the mall. As I said, we currently have looking for fashion tenants and the banks, but we do welcome everyone else to visit our mall. We are situated on Embakasi North Road, and basically we would say it's a one-stop shop for everyone. So you would come and be able to shop and enjoy with your family and friends. We have a lot of events during the weekends. We have a lot of promotions. We have a lot of tenants who do different kind of, marketing activities. So we do welcome you all, and we'd like to.
Whether you're looking to take a leap of faith and buy your first home, or simply want to spread your wings and grow your investment portfolio, at First Avenue, we can open a whole world of choice with an extensive range of options for every budget. And guess what? We are only a telephone call away. Do you start when looking for an interior designer who is able to translate your dream into a reality? Next, the accessory spot with an interior designer who understands our game of transforming a home from scratch to a beautiful haven.
I have worked for the last over 15 years in doing interiors. and it started as a passion because I used to make my house and people would come buy my curtains off the window, buy seats from my living room, and so like that it started. And my friends also started asking me to do their homes, so I started doing their homes, and eventually it became a business, and I turned it into a career. I do residentials, I do offices, I also do churches. I did our church in Parklands and schools. So that's what I've done so far. There are some clients who want us to just go into their homes and do a makeover of their homes. But this specific client, we got this house as a shell. The good thing with this house is they've been done so well. So we didn't need to do a lot because the developer of this place had already done the gypsum and the floors. So we only needed to do the furnitures. So in this specific house, we were given a brief. The owner of this house was not aware that they were going to do this for her, but we were given a brief. It's a young lady, so we were just given the colors. We were told she loves blush, pink and blues, and she loves those subtle colors. So we came up with the theme and the ideas. Like I said, we were given a shell, and we were very excited to work with this project because this project is in Kitengela, and the developer of this place has done a fantastic job. So we didn't need to do a lot. So when we came in, the developer had already done the gypsum, put in the chandeliers, and done the floors. So everything was perfect. So the only thing we did, like for this room, was to do the painting of the walls. So we did a special effect on both walls, on the living room and dining, and the other walls. We did the planters, and these are real flowers that are in here. The planters are locally made, yeah. And the TV console wanted something that has a rustic feel, and we did this chaise lounge for this lovely girl so that she can relax here when she comes home from work because she's a career girl. And we included these two wing chairs, which really makes the room look more lovely. And put in the blue to incorporate the colors that she wanted. You remember I said we were given a brief that the client likes blue and pink. So that's why you can see the blush pink throws. We have a blue carpet, and this is the only item that we didn't make, but the rest of the decor, this we added just to make the room more beautiful. We also added the cushions. We incorporated the colors that we were requested to put, the pinks and the blues on the cushions, and yeah, and you see the chandelier makes it look even more beautiful. For the dining, we used Mvuli local wood, and our fundis made a very beautiful table using the metal stand. And we also added some accessories on the table just to beautify the table. And we did the buffet table to match the TV stand, and also we bought the accessories for that. So here, when we were given the brief, this house is like 5 bedrooms. And this is a single career girl. So we decided to give an office. So here we came up with this theme, and we did a very beautiful desk for her and a comfortable seat. And we also did colors that are almost to the colors she wanted. For this room, we were given a brief that this room should have some pink elements. That's why we did one wall in pink, And we bought this pink paint that has some camels and the desert to bring in the Moroccan kind of theme. And then we added all these cushions. So we wanted it to be multicolored. We didn't want it to be just pink. Yeah, and we did that low table so that it can go with cushions. Initially, they just wanted cushions to be down, but I decided to do a pallet so that at least she can have a comfortable sitting area. So we did a pallet seat, and we threw the cushions on the pallet seat. We also bought the carpets, which is in pink, and we did the 2 poofs so that when she's socializing with her friends, they can have enough space for sitting and they can enjoy themselves. And we also given a brief to do for her a place where she can put her wine, and so we did for her the wine rack, and we also did the TV stand.
I must admit, being in the industry for many years, I can confidently say we have mastered the art of making a statement with interior design. Just give us a call and we'll be happy to share some tips. In a robust industry that has experienced growth year on year, we are now finding the industry in a very unfamiliar territory with an oversupply in the commercial, office and retail sectors, as well as a record subdued performance. Earlier in the week, I had a candid conversation with Ben on what's happening on ground. Let's listen in.
Asante sana once again for being on our show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Ben, we are already in the 3rd quarter this year, and most of us look at the real estate sector and do not know what's going on. We're kind of confused. What's your take on the state of the real estate sector today?
Yeah, I think it is confusing times, Nancy, for sure. When I came to Kenya in 2003, we had a good year. Every year was better than the year before, right the way through the global financial crisis, right the way through to 2015. 2016 was the first year where we saw a reversal of that trend of growth year on year. And I think that was largely because of the interest rate cap, reducing liquidity in the market. 2017, we went into an election year, which we were expecting to be quiet for the first half of the year. Unfortunately, we had 2 elections, so we lost the whole of that year, really. 2018 was not the recovery year that we were hoping for. 2019 has also been flat, but with just a few signs of recovery, perhaps a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will.
Which segments can we say that indeed there's light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, I think certainly on the office sector, because there has been little liquidity in the market, there has also been little construction. So the construction that we've seen around, don't forget that an office building is a 2-year cycle from commencement of construction to the point when it ends. So there's quite a lag. You make a decision to pull the trigger on an office development, it's 2 years before you're ready to take tenants. So those buildings that we're seeing under construction now, they're coming to completion. There's not really much that's going to be coming onto the market in 2020, 2021. So what we think is that readdress the balance of demand and supply, and the oversupply will start to be reabsorbed. What we've seen historically is 2 sources of the office market, 2 sources of tenants. The first is the foreign and direct investment. So that's foreign companies coming into Nairobi because Nairobi is a regional hub. The second is the churn, the mergers and acquisitions, companies moving from grade B offices to grade A offices, the internal movement. Now, because of the liquidity problems that we've been having, there's no cash around really in the market. So that internal demand has really gone down. But because we're very lucky to be a regional hub, we've still had the international market demanding office space. So for instance, BBC last year making Nairobi their continental headquarters. That kind of activity is still going on. We have another global corporate who's about to do the biggest letting we've ever done in Nairobi. So this is the light at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to see that demand come back. If we see a repeal in the interest rate cap policy, then the internal market will start going again. That's when now the office space will really start to get taken up. As soon as the oversupply starts to go down, then the price, or the rent in this case, can start to go up, and that's when we'll start seeing growth in the market.
What about the residential market, and which segments are doing well? Is it the luxury? Is it the middle? What's happening in that sector?
I would say the residential market, all of the sectors are in oversupply. There isn't any one sector that's doing particularly well. At the very, very top end of the market, we're still seeing transactions. Those people who are selling property are those developers or the vendors who are able to be sensible about their pricing and adjust it accordingly. Or if you're in the moving towards a slightly more mass market, those developers who you might say, okay, I've got 2 3-bedroom apartments in Kileleshwa. One of them, the build quality isn't so good, the bedrooms are smaller, there's too many of them on the site, there's no common space. So the guys that are doing well are the guys who haven't been too greedy, they've thought very carefully, so they've got good quality fixtures and finishings, they've got nice sized rooms, lots of natural light, they've got amenities, and they've got a bit of space for the kids to play in the gardens. So those ones, they're still selling okay. But I think what happens when it is a market that's in oversupply is the weaker developers, the less experienced ones, they're the ones that get into trouble. Now it's a buyer's market. So if you're looking for a residential apartment or a house now, you have the choice, and you also have the negotiating power, the bargaining power with your vendor or with your landlord, because there's a surplus of space. So now's the time to not only get a good deal, but to make sure that you get a good quality property as well.
Ben, what about the capping of the interest rates? Everybody says it's because of the capping of the interest rate that mortgages are slow, people are not borrowing. What's your take on that?
It's an interesting question. I mean, on the face of it, if you said to me, okay, the Kenyan interest rate has been capped at 14.5%, I think now it's down at 13.5%, something like that. You know, your instant reaction would be, well, that's so high, is it really going to make a difference? Preventing people lending at a rate higher than that? And in isolation, no. But the problem is, we've also got the government bonds that are available at what, around 12%. And that spread isn't very big, given the advantages of a bank giving the money to government, buying government bonds. It's guaranteed, so there's no risk, there's no tax on the earnings, there's all sorts of other incentives. So the problem is not so much the cap itself, it's the unintended consequence of that cap. Whereas all the money from the banking sector is going into the government. I'm not an economist, I don't pretend to be, but I see the effects of this happening in the real estate sector. It is harder to borrow money, so that means that developers are building less, but it also means that your tenant on the ground is not borrowing money for his fit out. Where we see mergers and acquisitions, those people are not moving the same way we thought they would move, they're not signing new leases. I think because they felt that the interest rate cap wouldn't last forever, maybe they've been holding back on those decisions and waiting for a change to happen. And I think now that we've got an indication that might happen, then we'll start to see some more activity in that sector.
Investors watching you, and they think there are deals going on. Which areas would you ask them to look out for?
Well, I mean, we had an investor come into our office, and they were looking at an office building that had an 8.5% yield. And they said to me, okay, this is interesting, it's got great tenants, we're interested in it, but tell me, why would we buy this building at 8.5% if we can get a government T-bill at 12%? And I'm thinking, well, that's a difficult question to answer. I mean, you can talk about yield compression, you can talk about fixed annual rental escalations, you can talk about capital appreciation over time, but ultimately, it's a difficult question to answer. These are our challenges. So if you're looking as an investor into the market, I think you have to have a very long-term picture.
I must say, all is not lost. Buying property is a long-term investment and remains one of the most important decisions we make. Let me share some tips to look out for when embarking on this journey. First, It helps to determine what exactly you're looking for. Secondly, evaluate the options available in your preferred price range. Thirdly, engage mortgage providers and get pre-qualified for a mortgage. It would be wise to take advantage of discounted mortgage rates currently on offer. Budget for associated costs. And finally, in a subdued market, there are amazing discounts. Negotiate for better deals. We are taking a short break. Coming up, an interesting conversation on how our worst experiences of searching for the right fundis will be a thing of the past, with a mobile platform redefining this space, plus much more. Don't go away, keep it Property Show.
RainGain, the water harvesting solution from Mabati Rolling Mills.
Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Is one of the common frustrating experiences of dealing with bad fundis a thing of the past? Next, an interesting conversation with a mobile platform redefining this space.
The informal sector, as we know it, is quite disorganized. And anytime that you are looking for a technician, the biggest question is always where and how do you get one? And that's how Fundis was formed. So Fundis is pretty much a marketplace that connects homes and workplaces with competent, vetted, and reliable technicians. Anything that you can think of that needs a handyman or a technician is something that as Fundis we can handle. So that ranges from all the way from appliances fixes and carpentry, metalworks, anything that you can think around the office and at home. So this is a platform that is dual in nature. There are two ways that you can be able to access what we do as Fundis. So number one, there is the mobile app that's available. And number two, there is the website that you can always place your request through. So for each one of your repair, installation, or maintenance needs, all you need is, first of all, you need to create an account, and the process is quite simple. It's the same both for the mobile app and also for the website. So all you need is simply you need your name and your phone number so that we can always be able to verify. Once you have created your account, you simply need to log in into the database of the listed services, and you pick the thing that you want. And we are always looking for the next job that people might be out there looking. So even when you cannot find what you are looking for in terms of the listed services, you can always pick Arthur and tell us what exactly you are looking for, and we'll be able to take care of that. We do a mix of strategies in terms of how we have been able to create our database of technicians. Number one, obviously, and this is the easiest, is that each one of us has one time or the other encountered a really good fundi out there. So way back when we began this, we started from the point of just getting good recommendations from technicians that are really good that are out there. But even once we have gotten these people, we still go through a thorough process of doing background checks and vetting and checking the skills areas, checking character and all these things. So it's a complex process that we use. It's usually based in a number of levels. So from when we have gotten in touch with a fundi to when we are able to ascertain the areas that they're actually trained in. One of the reasons why Fundis exist is that we want to be able to offer any Fundi out there a decent livelihood, and we are always looking at how else can we be able to empower these guys. We do offer training for each and every one of our technicians, and this is training that is two-tier. So number one, we have the training that we give these guys, which is pretty much training them on soft skills, just the basic life normal skills that we would need any one of us to have in terms of engaging with the customer. And also we do upskilling for them, and this is now bringing in experts who can be able to assess where they are and see where we can be able to improve them. The question that we constantly ask ourselves is that, what's that one thing that would make you want to request a technician from a platform like ours, as opposed to just walking down the street and getting somebody out there? And the feedback that we have over the 2 years that we have been in existence now is really interesting. Because people look at all the value adds that we do. So people would be looking at things that we offer, such as guarantees and warranties on every single job that we are doing for you, such that you know that even if a job was not done up to your standard, we are willing to come back and do it again and again. Things like just monitoring the progress in terms of stages, each project that is being done, and keeping you updated in terms of what's happening on ground. Those are some of the value adds that people have been able to see over time, and I think bit by bit every day we are seeing a shift in terms of people wanting to request for a technician from a platform like ours, instead of just going out there and picking somebody randomly. In fact, when we started this, we always thought the only people that perhaps would be interested in requesting for a technician in a platform like ours would be the app market. But the feedback that we have 2 years into this is quite interesting, because we actually realized we are solving a problem for everyone. So this is something that works for pretty much anyone. Anyone that is going to ever need a Fundi is somebody who qualifies to get a Fundi from us. So it's a product that is really ideal for anyone. Any person who can think around wanting any kind of a technician is somebody who fits to the kind of customer that we are looking for.
I can say it's more or less 1 year since I joined Fundis, and it's been quite a really nice experience. Why so? Because I've had more offers paint-wise. I've done so many jobs under Fundis, and it's been quite a really good experience, meeting new people of different races, and the interaction which has really made me grow into the person I'm right now. I do anything really creative. That's painting, I draw, I do signage. So, and when this opportunity came, I was like, okay, why not? Let's try it. And so far, so good. I've had so many works, and I'm quite proud to be a Fundi. My clients have been happy, very positive feedback, and I'm quite really impressed having to know that I'm doing something really good to empower and to change the society at large.
I'm lead carpenter at Fundis. Since I joined Fundis have added value in my life. I've known many people. I've gone places through Fundis. I feel so happy when I meet these clients, and their feedback is so good.
Indeed, technology is changing the face of real estate. At Fundis, you are assured of access to competent, vetted, and reliable professionals you can trust. Wow, unbelievable. Next, the property news with updates on what's brewing in the sector. The property show Signature Bus Tour has gone a notch higher. This time round, we are spreading our wings with 2 bus tours. One takes us to the coast region. Yes, the coast region. The other bus tour leads us to Kiambu Road, a certified blue zone area with a collection of deals available in the market. Barclays Bank will be at hand with affordable home loan solutions. Book your seat today.
At Barclays Bank of Kenya, we have a special mortgage rate, which is 11.5%, which is the lowest in the market. This will help you realize your dream of owning your own home. Visit any of our branches countrywide and get pre-qualified and make the right move.
Join the upcoming Open Day at Bandari Apartments, a controlled gated community with modern-day amenities ideal for family living, and find out what more is on offer. Up next, the homeownership segment with tips on how to get onto the property ladder.
My advice to anybody who would want to go into real estate is that ensure that you do it the right way. Do it the clean way, clean business, no shortcuts, all right? Get good lawyers, get good agents, ensure that you know everything in terms of the drainage of the area, the environment of the area, the people around the area. You do not need to assume anything, because that is what could come and bite you, right? So ensure that you do it the clean way, the right way.
I love this home. Every time you build your first home, you just feel so good. I'm very proud because when I was living in the estate, it was even hard to have your own like chicken. In this family, we love eggs, so we used to buy eggs. So when we came here, we decided to have a small house for our chicken. That is number one. Number two, my boys loves dogs so much, so we couldn't have being able to have dog at the estate. So that was another thing. When you're owning a home, you need some certain amount of money. You don't have to have a lot of money to own a home. You can start your journey small. And then number thing, you don't have to copy somebody. Go your own. Maybe you want to buy land somewhere, but you can't afford to buy land there. You can go and look for a land where it's pocket friendly and you own a home.
It feels good when you are in a place of your own. Yes, you're not fearing somebody will be knocking at your door to ask for rent. Because eventually, as much as you strain, you will own this property. Unlike when you're paying rent. Take, for example, the young people, you may start off by paying rent of about 10,000 in a place, which is near the CBD. But if you sacrificed and lived maybe somewhere a little further, where you're paying mortgage, depending on your age, you may get a mortgage of about the same or just slightly above. You would own a house of your own. And from there, maybe you can sell it off to get another one, or you never know what fate holds. You can move on and buy another one. So I would encourage, especially the young people, those who are still starting life, if you are able to, look at ways of owning property. It's a way of getting away from enslavement, getting away from, young people are used to looking at one another's life and saying, this is the kind of life I would like to lead. But if you think of where you will be 10 years from now, that place you think is very far, is very expensive, will not be what you are thinking today.
Home ownership is an exciting journey with bumps along the way. What's your story? Would love to hear your experiences. Just give us a call and we'll be at your doorstep. Next, a roll-up of other investment options you can put your money on.
The Lifestyle Estates bring to you the lifestyle you always wanted at Lifestyle Heights Apartments. Lifestyle Heights Apartments consists of 2 and 3 bedroom deluxe and standard apartments. 3 bedroom deluxe apartments have a plinth area of 132 square meters, while the standard has a plinth area of 115 square meters, and the 2 bedroom deluxe apartment has plinth area of 100 square meters, and the standard has 81 square meters. This development comprises 472 units master ensuite. It is conveniently located along Roiro Kiambu Road, 20 kilometers from Nairobi CBD. Accommodation features include a hardwood mahogany door that invites you to a spacious lounge fitted with large windows to allow in natural light. The mid wall has special effect, setting it apart from the other walls, making it unique. An aluminum door seamlessly leads you to the beautifully tiled balcony, which can act as a chill spot for you and your family. The kitchen comes fitted with tiled walls which are accentuated with upper and lower cabinets, which offer sufficient storage. While in the kitchen, there is a door which leads to Dobby area, which is also fitted with well laid out tiles and a sink plus tub. The master bedroom is fitted with large windows that let in natural light. The spacious inbuilt cupboards provide a sufficient storage, a dressing counter. Given that it's en suite, the bathroom consists of a shower cubicle fitted with a rain shower head system. The 2 bedrooms also consist of spacious inbuilt closets, complete with large windows. They share a common bathroom, which is fitted with tiles. Lomac is a state-of-the-art 24-story building with a mix of residential, commercial and recreational spaces. The development is strategically located at the heart of Westlands off Waiyaki Way, benefiting from Westlands amenities or being on the off-route, lending its excellent accessibility from Nairobi's growing infrastructure network. The first 6 floors are dedicated to commercial spaces. The 7th floor is the service area. The 8th to 20th floors are residential apartments. 23rd is for conferencing facilities, and the 24th is for recreational activities including a gym, swimming pool, steam and sauna, a skywalk, restaurant and bar, as well as a terrace. The development consists of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom residential apartments. The 1 and 3 bedrooms are sold out but available to let. The amenities in the 2 bedrooms include open-plan spaces that are designed to optimize functionality while exuding a luxurious feel. Various sizes of 2 bedrooms, master ensuite, starting from a plinth area of 73 square meters to 107 square meters. Built-in wardrobes in the bedrooms for storage. A modern, open-plan, fully fitted kitchen with a microwave, oven, dishwasher, washing machine and the hood. Kitchen opens to the dining area. Spacious lounge with floor-to-ceiling windows overseeing beautiful views of the city as well as the hills. Salient features include tight security from the 24-hour CCTV surveillance, guards, entry access card for tenants and visitors, centralized gas and hot water supply, fiber optic connectivity on all floors, 7 high-speed lifts, ample parking space on 3 basements with a mechanical system. The building has access for the disabled. There are also commercial spaces available from 147 square meters, and they benefit from the LOMAC internal environment and recreational facilities, and the tenants are at liberty to customize their interiors. The prices are on inquiry.
At the Property Show, we understand buying a home is a long-term investment and will be delighted to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching The Property Show. In a robust industry that has experienced growth year on year, the sector is now in a very unfamiliar territory with overall subdued performance. Many people are asking, what's the way forward? My take going forward, there is definitely opportunities, and the market this time round will be driven by demand. Developers and investors must be willing to shift the narrative. Let's continue this conversation on our social media handles. See you next week. Till then, as always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.